What's up, guys? So, little explanation if you saw my Facebook post. Last week I spent, I think, a solid 2 or 3 days filming stuff because I want to, get this YouTube channel going. I feel like there's enough interest in the burnt car that people might be interested. But anyway, I filmed a bunch of stuff. I bought this LS E36 M3 for dirt cheap down near Philly. Decided I was going to use the swap for the burnt car, so we got that car to run. Basically, it was an LM753 truck engine, T56 combo, drive shaft was there, wiring specialties harness, CX Racing mount, CX Racing headers, like everything you need pretty much, aside from little odds and ends, was there. So the kid said he couldn't really get it to run. He got it to run once and he couldn't get it to run after that. So we jumpered the fuel pump, added an engine ground, and it actually fired right up. Excuse me. It just didn't run great. So we just assumed because it didn't have a MAF and not everything was hooked up, that was the reason why it wasn't running good. Well, we did a compression test and turns out that the passenger bank was low on compression. The highest cylinder we got was 40 PSI. And so we got a little ambitious and we ended up tearing the engine and trans out of that car, and I tore the engine down, basically took the heads off of it, and I couldn't find anything definite that was wrong with it. I may have the heads checked to see if it was warped and then go from there. Like I said, I'm not really sure at this point. I may just pick up another truck motor because they are pretty cheap, and maybe I'll build this one on the side as a backup. Not sure yet. But anyway, yeah, so I went to edit all this video on my phone like an idiot because I haven't done video editing in I don't even know how long, since high school probably. And as I was going to publish the video from the editor I was using, my phone crashed and literally wiped out all the video that I had. No big deal. Figured I'd go on my GoPro, re-upload all the video. It would suck to re-edit all of it, but no problem. Well, I turned my GoPro on, and the shitty SD card this GoPro came with from a package deal I got from eBay apparently decided to shit the bed and wiped out all the video I had. So I had literally none of it, which sucks because I had video of compression testing it, of tearing this silver car down, gray, whatever color you want to call it. But so we're gonna start here. I'll give you guys a little update on everything right now. The burnt car is in the shop, ready to be jacked up and tore down. I was gonna video us pushing it into the garage, but it was pitch black outside and it wouldn't have looked good. So, but there's a lot going on in the shop right now. It's pretty much full to the brim. Yeah, other than that, I'm not really sure what else I'll cover. I got big plans for the burnt car. Like I said, it's obviously getting the LS platform. It's not going to be an actual LS, but same difference, really. This is the car that LS came out of. It's a 95 M3. It's in decent shape. It's dinged up and banged up a little bit, but there's really no rust. As you can see, it looks like it's been sitting forever. Like I said, it was a crazy deal. I couldn't pass up. I had no intentions on going LS in the burnt car, but it was just too good of a deal. Yes, that is a sled as a hood scoop because the engine had a truck manifold on it. So, but it's super clean. Like I said, structurally wise, it's super clean. I don't know, it might be sold by the time I post this video, but if any of you are interested, please feel free to message me. I'm sure we could work out a deal. I'm asking $1,000 for it. The limited slip is still in it. It's got adjustable rear control arms, a couple other things. This here is actually also for sale. This is my S52 swapped sedan. It's a 92 Mauritius blue. I think that's how it's pronounced. Pretty rare color, I guess. Runs great. Dynoed at 239 horse and 240 torque. It has coilovers on it, but they're not great. They're older. They actually came off of my burnt car. The interior's not great. The door panels are kind of shitty, but other than that, it's in pretty good shape. This I'm asking $4 grand for if anybody's interested. I know it's hard right now with the holidays. A lot of people don't have money, including me. That's why I'm trying to get rid of all this so I can get this LS swap rolling. But this is the shop. Heat's on. But yeah, as you can see, it's pretty much filled to the brim at this point. A lot going on. Hopefully, most of this stuff will be out of the shop in the next couple days. This is the other burnt car. For any of you that don't know, there is another burnt car. This is the Fox body. That's AJ's. Also, that red Mustang back there is his. This is Sean, who owns both these 240s. This one's the new project. This is his SR drift car. My little brother Z. And then under wraps over there, we don't talk about that car. It's my buddy's. But anyway, yeah. Here she is, all ready to get tore down. This is the head off the side that I said had low compression. Like I said, nothing real obvious that I could see. But so just picked up that LQ9 that I was telling you guys about on the last clip. Super sweet deal, $700. They usually sell around me anyway for way over $1,000. Had under 100,000 miles on it. Looks pretty clean. Needs a good cleanup, which I'll do. I haven't decided on if I'm gonna tear into it at all yet, or just put the LS manifold on it and the accessories and whatnot and get it ready to go in the car. The only reason I need to run the LS manifold is the truck manifold. I'll show you a video of the motor later. Is way too tall and pretty ugly. And I don't really want to cut the hood on the burnt car unless I really absolutely have to, because that's a hood that I can't really replace easily. I'd have to, I don't even know, buy another hood and set it on fire to make it look right. But anyway, you might be able to see it back there. I'm not sure. But yeah, I picked it up right up the road. Super happy with it. Now I'm gonna head back to the shop, wait for my little brother to get out of work to help me get this thing out of the bed of the truck. Until he gets there, I'm probably going to start tearing into the BMW, so I'll take video of that as long as this GoPro doesn't act up. It's been giving me shit. I actually put the SIM card from my other GoPro in here, and it seems to be working well so far, so I'm super happy about that. Sorry that I'm not really looking at the camera. I hope all of this is audible. I'm driving right now, which I know is stupid, but anyway, yeah, the next couple clips should be of me tearing into the burnt car, and anything I find of interest I'll show to you guys. The rest of it will probably just be fast forwarded through, or I just won't film it to save battery and whatever. So and that right there is why I try to convince everyone, among other things, to buy an E36 as a first drift car. Because as you can see, a few bolts and a couple of wires and hoses, and the whole front end is off. Now to pull this whole engine out is literally another few, maybe an hour's worth of work if I really plugged away at it. But the first time, if you do buy an E36 and you try to do this, the first time there's a couple spot welds and stuff you'll see. You may have to drill out or cut up. But other than that, they're actually these holes right here and here. And then on your car, there's gonna be bolts here, here, and on the opposite side also. But yeah, that's it. And actually, I'll show you now. The radiator should come right out too. Oh, making a mess. But yeah, so that was 12 minutes to get the whole front end off. Alright, so the GoPro actually died, so I didn't get to film everything. It's just my luck, but here's literally everything we've taken off the car. I've actually never had this car this far apart. I've had the engine out of it, but I left the harness and stuff in the last time when the trans blew. But as you can see, quite a bit of progress. We still have to unhook the drive shaft and stuff to pull the motor, but I wanted to show you guys, if I can, why. All right, let's see here. Let's see if I can get enough light in there. Not really. Shit. You can't. You might be able to see it. This sucks. Well, anyway, when I get it apart, I'll show you guys. The valve is just almost U-shaped. I really don't know what happened. I'd imagine it hit the piston. So a lot of guys said this is a common M50 thing. You slam it too hard in the gear, sometimes it blows a valve apart. I have no idea. So I would eventually like to put this engine in something else again with the tune and stuff. It was super fun. For anyone that doesn't know, it was a 2.9 stroker M50. It had S50 crank and rods in it, I believe, and maybe pistons. I forget what all is involved in it. Upgraded valve springs, a couple other things. And it was actually tuned for Schrick cams, but the guy never put them in it, the previous owner, and I just never got around to doing it. So it'd be cool to put the cams in, get it retuned, and see what it makes. It should make, you know, a healthy amount of power, but that'll be a long time down the road. I really have no intentions on building another car right now. So, but yeah, Jay's actually working. We're gonna start pulling the front suspension off of it. There is one big problem area that we had that we recently noticed right here. If you can see, the strut tower is actually separating. I found out a couple years ago, of course, after I caged the car, that I believe the car was hit, and you can kind of see how gross it is in here, and that's not factory seam sealer. So I'm gonna grind all that down, and hopefully we can just plate it and get it all lined back up. If not, I mean, it's going to be kind of detrimental to the car. It might actually be in the end of the car if I can't fix it, because there's no way I can, you know, throw this heavy ass LS in the front and expect that strut tower not to totally disintegrate. So hopefully we can fix that. If you guys have any ideas on how to fix it, any suggestions, that'd be great. Like I said, I'm just thinking about grinding it all down and seeing if we could plate the top and bottom and weld it in as many spots as we can, but we'll see. But yeah, we're just gonna keep digging into it more. I'll do another little video maybe of us tearing the suspension apart, and hopefully by this weekend we can have the engine out. Oh, also, this is the LQ that I picked up. Looks a little gross. It was sitting outside like the car was, so we'll get that cleaned up and on the engine stand. This is the 5.3 that we tore apart. My buddy Mikey's actually buying that off of me to rebuild to put in his RX-7. It's a future project. So should be cool. Should make at least 350 horsepower, I'd imagine, with a good tune. I haven't decided yet if I want to do cams. I am obviously going to do the LS manifold just so it fits under the hood and whatever, but yeah, that's that. Okay, so front suspension's off. We're probably gonna call it a day. Me and both Jay worked overtime today, so we're pretty beat. We've been up since 4 a.m. So, but front suspension's off. Most of this stuff is pretty new. I just replaced it towards the end of the year, so I may reuse it. I may try a different angle kit. I really like my Drift Knuckles kit, which, if you're wondering, it's a driftknuckles.com kit. I've had this kit for the life of the car, so three to 4 years now, and I mean, I've replaced some bent control arms when I hit the wall, but other than that, literally the kit's never given me any issues. It's super affordable. So if you are looking for a kit, and it's more angle than you could ever need. So, but yeah, it's all apart. Knuckles are off. Like I said, we made a ton of progress today. This is everything that's been taken off the car today. So we're gonna clean up a little bit. Probably come back tomorrow. And like I said, hopefully by the end of the week have the engine out, so.